Hello there, welcome to Elite Weather Forecasting. My name is Julie Godot, your meteorologist today, and we are going to be talking about the weekend forecast coming up. So we're going to look at your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I hope you guys are all having a great day out there as we explore the weather that we're going to be experiencing this weekend. So as we move into our weather today, let's talk about the national radar and what we're seeing out there. And we are seeing those showers and storms through the central part of the nation, through Missouri and Iowa. There we are seeing a large area of some showers and some thunderstorms. Some of that is going to be kind of heavy, so some flooding is going to be possible down there. And we have more showers and storms there through Minnesota, the northern plains in the Dakotas, and Montana. And that's going to extend down through the Intermountain West, down to the Four Corner states, Arizona and New Mexico, where we're seeing more showers and thunderstorms. So that monsoon moisture is going to continue to plague the desert Southwest. But I don't think they're complaining too much about the much needed rainfall. We just don't want it to come too heavy, too fast in a short period of time. If we can space that out to where the ground can absorb. They've had those fires out there, so a lot of damage was caused to the soil by those fires because of the loss of the vegetation there, especially a lot of low vegetation, because there's a lot of brush through the hills and the mountains of New Mexico and Arizona out there. And so a lot of exposed earth to that flooding and that heavy rainfall. We're going to see more showers and some thunderstorms along the Gulf Coast and over into Florida, the southeast there, especially through the state of Georgia and southern Alabama, where we're going to see some isolated thunderstorms this afternoon. And that possibility also exists for waterspouts along the Gulf Coast of Florida and through Mississippi and Alabama there. We're going to see more that potential for waterspouts out there. And we're going to see maybe some spotty showers along the southeast into the mid-Atlantic and the northeast. Spotty or isolated shower, not too much to worry about there. For the most part, 95% of you folks are going to be dry across the northeastern section of the nation. Now, as we move into our city of the day is going to be Springfield, Massachusetts, a very beautiful city. I really like that glass building right there. Looks really nice. The temperature is 79 degrees with just a few clouds around. That clock tower is not too bad itself. Kind of reminds me of Big Ben in a way. And it also looks like an Islamic minaret too. That's interesting. I wonder if that is a mosque there with that clock on there. But anyway, very nice weather conditions today. That temperature of 79 degrees with just a few clouds buzzing by out there. And your weather forecast for today, we're going to see partly sunny skies this afternoon with just a little bit of fog you guys had this morning. There could be a slight shower this afternoon, but not too much. It's very, very low percentage, only about 20%. Your high today is going to be 80 degrees, which you're just about reaching right now. Tonight, 59 degrees for your overnight low under partly cloudy skies. So very pleasant weather conditions in the Northeast and New England this afternoon and tonight. Your 7-day outlook is going to be 89 degrees for your Saturday with just a few clouds around. Very nice and brilliant sunshine on your Sunday, 90 degrees, so a very warm day for your Sunday out there. Just nice enough to get out there, maybe do some outdoor activities, maybe get out on Cape Cod or something if you're near any lakes or waterways. Get out there and get on the water. Nice weather as you move into the work week next week. 78 for your Monday with a few showers and maybe a storm possible for your Monday. But nice weather conditions Tuesday through Thursday as those temperatures in the mid 70s to the lower 80s as you work your way through the week next week. All right, as we look at our watches and warnings right now across the U.S., the southeast, we see a very large heat advisory that's extending from Texas all the way to Florida. So if you're along the Gulf Coast there and through parts of the southern plains and the lower Mississippi Valley, you're going to be dealing with the excessive heat where we're seeing a lot of instances of triple-digit heat and 70-degree dew points, making for a very uncomfortable situation out there through parts of the southeast this afternoon and this evening. We have another heat advisory in place that's going to be effective this weekend across the Pacific Northwest through parts of Oregon and Washington and Northern California, where we're going to see very hot weather for that part of the country, and we're going to have those temperatures in the 90s through parts of Oregon and Washington and far northern California. So some unusual heat for the Pacific Northwest this weekend. And as we take a look at our national forecast, we are seeing that severe weather there across the north central United States through parts of Minnesota as well as the Dakotas, where we're going to be seeing those showers and storms this afternoon. Heavy rain is going to be expected here along the Canadian border through parts of northern Minnesota and the parts of northern North Dakota as well. So we're going to be seeing that heavy rainfall that can lead to some flash flooding. But the other thing is that we have the potential for some tornadoes this afternoon and evening as well with that severe weather. We're going to see large hail and damaging winds also, of course, and those showers and storms are going to continue through much of the northern plains and the upper Midwest today, all the way down through the southwest in the four corners where we're seeing our monsoon moisture that's going to be shredding those showers and storms. Scattered to isolated stuff here across the southeast and through the state of Florida. Nice weather here for the Pacific Northwest. Not the Pacific Northwest, well, the Pacific Northwest too, and the Northeast here, and the Mid-Atlantic, where we're going to be seeing nice dry weather conditions and very comfortable conditions for this part of the nation. Starting to heat up here across the Northwest, as we do have a heat advisory in place for Oregon and Washington, and of course it's going to be hot through Central and Southern California as well. So a lot of heat out there, and we're going to be seeing that heat and dry weather across the state of Texas today as well. For your Saturday, we're going to be seeing that flash flood potential here with that monsoon moisture down in the southwest through Arizona, New Mexico, parts of Colorado as well. Heavy thunderstorms in the afternoon could cause some flash flooding, and we're going to see showers and storms along this cold front here in this area of low pressure there through Minnesota. We're going to be seeing those showers and storms all the way through the mid to upper Mississippi Valley, the Great Lakes, and the northern plains for your Saturday. More showers and storms down here through the southeast, the Gulf Coast, and parts of Appalachia. We're going to be seeing those showers and thunderstorms. Nice dry weather for you folks there in the northeast and over into New England, where you're going to have lovely weather conditions. A little warm there, but it's still much better weather conditions than many folks in the nation is going to be seeing. And that heat is going to be increasing here across the Pacific Northwest and into the northern Rockies. We're going to be seeing those temperatures soar through the 90s. So heat advisories are in place out there across the Pacific Northwest for your Saturday. And for your Sunday, that flooding conditions is going to continue here as that monsoon moisture is actually going to increase there across the southwest for your Sunday. So heavier rainfall, so that's going to increase the possibility of that flash flooding. But as you can see, very nice weather here on the West Coast, the Pacific Northwest, the northern Rockies, the northern plains, the upper Midwest here through Minnesota. We're going to be seeing nice weather conditions, very dry conditions, comfortable here for this part because this front here has swept out all of that heat and humidity. So, but the next area of high pressure is starting to build in. So we're going to see that warm weather there across the Pacific Northwest, and that's going to migrate to the east over time. But in between, some nice mild weather conditions through this part of the nation for your Sunday. But you will start to see an increase in those storms and wet weather there across the Northeast and the mid-Atlantic states and the Appalachians. We're going to see an increase in the intensity and the coverage of showers and storms along the Gulf Coast. So a little bit of much needed relief from the heat and humidity, but you will have to continue with some rainfall along the Gulf Coast there. Now as we take a look at our temperatures, and we're going to be seeing that hot weather again for you folks down there in Texas. So we're going to see that triple digits in Texas as well as the desert Southwest. We're going to be seeing a little bit of heat for you folks through the Central Plains. So some 100-degree temperatures through parts of Kansas and Oklahoma. Texas, we got Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, the Florida Panhandle, far southern Georgia, where we're going to see those temperatures in the triple digits. Very nice conditions there across the Great Lakes, the Northeast, the northern plains, as we're going to see those temperatures go from the mid 70s to a very low 90s. So a nice temperature spread, but much lower humidities across the northern tier of the nation for your Friday. And for your Saturday, we're going to start to see that a little bit of cooler air intrusion there across the far northern plains through the Dakotas and Montana. We're going to be seeing those 60s start to drop down out of Canada. So we're going to see a little bit of relief there into Minnesota and the northern plains. So much better weather conditions and lower humidities as well. But that heat is going to hang on there in Texas, those triple digits through Texas and Oklahoma, Arkansas, the Gulf Coast. We're going to continue to see that heat and humidity. It's going to warm up a little bit there across the Northeast. We're going to start to see those 80s and low 90s start to snake their way into the New England states, and a bit of a warm up there also across the Pacific Northwest as we're see those high temperatures approach the 90s there for Portland and Seattle this weekend. And the heat will continue through California and the desert Southwest as we have that monsoon moisture in place out there. And for your Sunday, we're going to be seeing that cooler air move a little bit further to the east, and that heat kind of gets suppressed down towards the southeastern corner of the nation. But Texas, unfortunately for you, that heat is going to hang on those triple digits and those high humidities as well. But we will see things warm up through the northeast there. So Sunday is going to be a warmer day there for Boston, where you're going to see a high of 90, as you just saw there in our 7-day forecast for Springfield. We saw a high of 90, so a little bit warmer there in New England and the mid-Atlantic states for your Sunday. But eventually it's going to cool down as that front crosses your area, and you're going to get cooled off, and you may even start to see some showers for your Monday. So again, that nice weather there across the northern plains, the Great Lakes, the northern plains, the upper Mississippi Valley, the high plains into Montana. We're seeing that very lovely weather there, and we're talking about that heat is going to hang on there across the Pacific Northwest. So Seattle and Portland gets another day in the 90s there, as we may still have heat advisories in place for your Sunday. So that is a look at the 3-day weather forecast. Now let's talk about our severe weather outlook for the next 3 days here. And again, we talked a little bit about the northern plains here through parts of Minnesota and the Dakotas, where we have an enhanced watch, our slight risk, and our marginal risk. So 3 levels of intensity here. Here's where our worst weather is going to be there across the north central plains. So Bismarck, as well as Grand Park and Fargo, you guys are going to be in that enhanced area. So you're going to be seeing that potential there for tornadoes. Several tornadoes is going to be possible. Very large hail, maybe some gorilla hail, and damaging winds and excessive rainfall. Certainly, I think it's going to be the biggest problem in that area. And if you're in the slight risk, we're talking scattered severe storms, maybe some hail and damaging winds, and a tornado or two could be possible. And we talking about Sioux Falls, Sioux City, Iowa, Rapid City, South Dakota, St. Cloud, Minnesota, as well as Grand Island, Nebraska. You guys are going to be under the gun for this slight risk. And our marginal risk, if folks are going to be Jacksonville, Florida, you can see a marginal risk for some severe weather. So that's going to be isolated hail and some damaging winds. No tornadoes, not going to be an issue for you guys. But one is always possible, as I always say, don't let your guard down. But it's not something we're expecting too much of. Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, as well as the Twin Cities there in Minneapolis and St. Paul, you're going to be having a slight risk for a marginal risk for a severe thunderstorm as well for your Friday afternoon. And for tomorrow, we're gonna a little bit less severe weather, and that's only going to be concentrated here through parts of the Midwest and the Central Plains, where we're going to see isolated severe. And some of the areas in that isolated severe is going to be Kansas City, Wichita, Amarillo, Aurora, Illinois, and Overland Park, Kansas. So if you're in this region here, be on the lookout for low-grade severe weather, and we're talking about some wind and damaging hail, but not much in the way of tornadoes. But again, a tornado is always possible. Never let your guard down. So here's a look for our Sunday. So quickly, as we talk about Sunday, now it's just confined to parts of the Ohio Valley and cold country here. And if you're in that slight risk area, we're talking Columbus, Ohio, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, as well as Buffalo, New York. You guys are going to be under that marginal risk for severe weather for your Sunday. So large hail and some wind is going to be possible. So a little bit of 60-mile-an-hour winds, some nickel and dime size hail certainly going to be possible there, and heavy rainfall is going to be the main threats with that severe weather. So that is a look at the 3-day weekend, and we're going to talk about that heat and what to do with that heat. And then we have issues if you have heat exhaustion, what the signs and what it is to look for. And some of the signs for heat exhaustion is dizziness, thirst, heavy sweating, nausea, and weakness. So if you're feeling kind of weak, kneed and wobbly, and what to do is move to a cooler area, loosen the person's clothing, sip cool water, and seek medical help if symptoms don't improve. Now, if you have heat stroke can be a little bit more serious, and that can mean confusion, dizziness, and you can become unconscious. And for that, call 911, move the person to a cooler area, loosen their clothing, and remove layers if need to be, and cool with water or ice. So if spray the person down if need to be as well, and call 911. So that is what we got to look for as far as two of the bigger problems when you have excessive heat situations is heat exhaustion and heat stroke. And then we're talking, the other thing that this hot weather can cause is issues with air quality. You can have ozone, stagnation is also a common thing here, especially we move into the months of July and August. You can get under a big dome of high pressure, of heat, of high heat, and not a whole lot of air movement or mixing is taking place, so it can cause some air quality issues. So that can lead to headaches, irritated eyes, and sinuses, as well as fatigue. And then there can be difficulty breathing, chest pains, asthma attacks, irritated throat, and increased coughing. So if you have under a poor air quality alert, can be very dangerous to anyone, and it can activate health problems such as asthma and heart disease and different things like that. So please pay close attention to your friends and neighbors and family members who may be seniors, children, and the disabled. So if you have compromised immune systems, or if you are especially at risk. So that is the look at some of the problems that coexist with heat related issues. And that was a look at our 3-day weather forecast. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Leave your likes and your comments down in the comment section. And please, if you feel so inclined to do so, I would appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. Thanks for watching. My name is Julie Godot. I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Have a good day and a great weekend. Bye-bye.